Let's begin. This visual here is one that illustrates the system that we'll be creating by the end of this course. This is going to be our final product. So at this point right now, it's fine if you don't really understand what this is all about. But let me try to explain the general idea. First, we have this person on the left. Let's name her Amy, and we have James to the right. Amy wants to use blockchain's network to send cryptocurrency to James. The middle section is the blockchain network server, and let's say we have some ports set up like 0000, 5000, 5001, and 5002. It would be ideal to have multiple servers for the blockchain structure, but with RPC, and in most cases we're using Windows or Mac, creating multiple servers with development environments with a PC with tools using Docker, Vagrant is possible. But if we spend time trying to figure this portion out, it may take some time. So for our course, we're going to change the port number and pretend that we have multiple blockchain servers. At this point, it's fine if you don't understand this visual completely. To get a better understanding of what we're trying to do, let's actually see the process of sending Bitcoin. First, let's get a better understanding of the big picture by looking at an actual website for sending Bitcoin. If you recall from my previous slide, we were looking at the transaction between Amy and James. Let's say the left side contained Amy's wallet and the right side is James' wallet. We want to send Bitcoin, and to do that, Amy will have to use the blockchain network and then send the Bitcoin to James. On the left side, I have a website open for Coinbase. And we see here we have 0.2248 Bitcoin, which is the equivalent to $2,686. And this is in US dollars since that's what I set the default to. When we want to send this Bitcoin to James, we have this send button here. We'll click on this and then we got a pop-up asking for the recipient's Bitcoin address. On the right side, I have Bitflyer's site open and this shows account information. Here I have 0.148 BTC, which is about $1,700 in USD. We're going to be sending the Bitcoin to this Bitflyer's account, but in order to do that, we'll need to find out this BTC address. We'll locate the page with the BTC address. And to do that, we'll display the left side of our screen and then we see the category, Account Funding. We'll click on this and be directed to this page. Here we see Deposit BTC, we'll select this, and down below we see your unique Bitflyer Bitcoin address. We'll copy this and paste inside our space for recipient. Down below we have an area for entering the amount of Bitcoin we want to send. Let's send about 10 USD's worth of Bitcoin, which is 0.000840053 BTC. We can write a note down below, but this is optional. For this, let's write tests, since this is a test, and click on Continue. Next, we'll need to enter our verification code here, and once we've done that, we'll hit Confirm. And our transaction is on the way, is what we get. So our Bitcoin has been sent. Now let's view our details. Down below it says that our transaction is pending. After this transaction is verified in this blockchain, then it'll be deposited into this account. So this process is not an automatic one-step process. It does take some time to send Bitcoin from Amy to James. Let's click on View Transactions now. When we click on this, we're directed to a different website, and on this website, we can confirm the transaction details. Anyone can see the blockchain network information for this transaction. And regarding this specific transaction, we currently see that it's an unconfirmed transaction. Once the transaction is verified in the blockchain network, then the payment can be confirmed on our Bitflyer account, so it may take some time for this to be confirmed. We'll resume our lecture after it has been confirmed. Now about 10 minutes has passed and I refresh my left and right screen. Our left screen says that the transaction has been confirmed, and on the right, we see that the amount of Bitcoin has increased. Let's go back to our first screen on Coinbase, and here we see that our Bitcoin amount has decreased. In this lecture, we were able to visually see the process of Bitcoin being sent from Amy to James by using this blockchain network. And now that we understand the process of Bitcoin sending, in our next lecture, we'll be looking at how to develop this system. To be more specific, we'll be looking at the inside part of blockchain network. For example, we'll be looking at the structure and how it actually works in more detail.